Hey there, SKYLINES. Paradox here. So, welcome to the second of my animating props videos. This time I will show you how to animate this modular gantry crane, and we will do it with 3 different moving modules for each one. And then a little bit later I will show you how to remove the fork from a forklift and animate that with a container. So first of all, we will set up a side-to-side movement for the screen, and then we'll set up up and down movement for this one. First of all, we have to make a group. Set one of the props as a root, and then make children follow, which is generally the way it works. It's pretty much how we all got here. So there you go. Because I copied this one, it's still had the movement profiles from the copied version. I had to delete first. Set up a new movement, group movement. Move it, just can't move animated props. There we go, 3 different movement profiles for the same crane. All 3 would look wicked in a big container handling facility in a large port. And the scene set up around each of them. Trucks ready to load, trains, whatever. Now, this is how you fix the wires on the up and down one so they don't poke through the top of the gantry crane or leave a gap when it's at the base. And so we'll copy the grappling thingy again. Isolate the wires, move them into place, and line them up. Pretty easy, except for the wires on this grappling hook thingy weren't straight to start with, and if I could get a second set of wires to line up perfectly for the whole movement. I should have straightened them out first with the straight edge, but it's good enough. I'm not ever going to see that in this distance. It fills the gap that the wires left on their down movement, and it stops them poking out the top on their top movement. They just have to be close, not perfect. Now, you've probably noticed the little wheel on the side of the gantry crane is spinning. I also animated that, but it is rather tricky. Not for newbies, so I left that out of the video. But it is possible to remove it, position it back on its gizmo, and make it rotate. The positioning it back on the gizmo is the tricky bit. It's got to be dead center or it won't rotate properly. So we have a brand new forklift from the menu. and a prop or two to aid in rescaling at the end. And then we will activate the procedural object and go into customization. I have scaled the vehicle up in size drastically to aid in vertice manipulation, mainly for your benefit, not mine. We'll scale it all back down once we have the two separated parts. There's the fork off. Just reposition its edges. You're never going to see any of these anyway, so don't be too temperamental with them. Now we can eliminate the lifter itself. You don't have to put the road vertice back in position. That's just my OCD shining through. Now we download another model, scale it up, and do the reverse function. This time it should be a little easier. You should already know the vertices from the first run through. You should be able to quickly eliminate the fork. Just like that. Now we can check that it's going to fit together, which it does. Of course it does. Now we rescale the fork using the container as reference. Since the original forklift was a little small to be lifting huge containers, so it won't hurt being a little bigger scale than it was originally. Since forklifts come in all sizes and shapes anyway. And then you can rescale and position the lifting machine back to the fork. Can't call it a forklift if it doesn't have a fork. Go, that looks about right to me. Now we can set up a group movement with the container and the fork, which we do by setting up the group, enter the group, activate the route. It's just choosing one as the main leader of the pack sort of thing. Then you pick that same route, the same leader, and set up its movement, distance, and make sure you activate children follow. So this is my building customization area. I've usually got a couple of these around my cities. My waiting projects and some that are half completed. All of these props will animate in some way. Some are a little more difficult than others. Ignore the Yamato and the little sub in the lake. A couple of observatories in preparation to have had their bases removed. We'll have to remove the tops from another set. And that'll do it, I guess. It's how you animate some props without too much vertice manipulation. While you take a look at my custom bridges, my train station that seem to be doing very well. I will say See you later. I'm out of here. Bye.